Hello and welcome back to Ascending Without Wings. My name is Rena and this is the Virgo reading for the week of the 4th to the 7th of February 2019. I did do I think it was the eclipse readings, but unfortunately I neglected 4 signs. So I'm actually going to be starting off with those signs this time around as my little apology to those people. So it is Virgo, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Cancer that I had neglected previously. So you guys are first capped off the rank. And I've actually received some new cards in the mail. So we'll be using them. And they are the Tarot Familiars from Lisa Parker, who's actually an artist in the UK. I think it's lisaparker.uk is her website. Amazing art, especially if you like animals. And that is why you'll get to check these cards out during this reading. This lovely painting there is actually hers, which was the thumbnail for the video. So aside from that, if you wish to, please feel free to like, share, or subscribe. Your cards are already falling out, so it's like Arch Angel Michel wants to have a chat. Okay. Let's just see. All right. 4 cards that have fallen out. Let's just check them out. Okay, so we've got 4 cards so far. Sorry, I forgot to actually invoke Arch Angel Michel, so I had to quickly do that before I get on with it. Because he's the one that, let's say, drives this boat. He's the one in control, so I'm just a messenger. Ooh, I like it. Okay. I'm also going to, let's go read these through first round, and then I'll pull some clarifiers with the standard Rider-Waite Tarot, and we'll go through there. So we've basically just got 6 cards. This is a general reading, so, it could apply to many, many people out there. So, Virgos. First card we have for this week is the 7 of Wands. And that looks like that in this lovely deck. So 7 of Wands. What can I say about that? It's about standing your ground. In the normal Rider-Waite Tarot, you've got the 7 of Wands with a person standing on a ledge that's slightly higher than the people that are trying to, bash at him with the wands that are beneath him. So it's a competitive thing, but it's also a scenario where you need to know your worth, know how far you've come in life, know what you have done, how much you have worked towards achieving whatever you have in your life right now. Okay, whether it be career position, whether it be assets, home, whatever, whether it be the status or the rapport that you have with friends and family, whatever it is, wherever you are in life right now, you are there because you have earned it, because you have worked towards it. You have put the effort and time towards it. Yeah. So if there are people that are feeling, no, I want what she's having kind of thing, ignore them and make sure you stand your ground and you assert yourself, because you know that you worked hard to get to where you are right now. And just because people want to get competitive and, petty rivalry kind of thing, you don't need to lower yourself to that level and get involved in it. Okay. So let's move on. The next card we have is the Fool. I love the artistry. Okay, this is why I've got this deck. Like, that's amazing image of the Fool. So as we know, the Fool is about taking a leap of faith, about being ready to take a step off the edge of a cliff because you have so much faith that every step you take is along your divine path or your planned life path. Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing. It's kind of knowing your worth, asserting yourself, standing your ground, and kind of going, no. I've worked hard for this. My soul has had countless lives, and I'm now here in this life, and things are going well for me Whether people like it or not, that's not my problem. I'm going to enjoy it. And I also know that I'm here for a bigger purpose. So I am going to move forward in complete faith, and whatever is meant to be shall be. Okay, I like this, Virgo. It's very nice. Okay, now we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Now, normal tarot, Four of Swords is basically a person lying on a bed where there's a sword underneath them, like within the bed, as well as three sort of pointing down above them. And it's a card that tells you about rest and recuperation, making sure that you are getting enough rest. At the moment, the kind of energy that is flowing down onto the earth is very, very intense. And I do know that most of the readings that I do are probably for light workers or people on some form of a spiritual path. So with the eclipse energies, I was wiped out for a few days. Like, I quite literally just went, I don't want to think. I don't want to do anything. I want to binge watch Sense8 and be a little slob in my room. Quite happy with that. And I did. And it was quite beautiful. And I hadn't actually meditated in a while. So I actually got back into meditation just today. And it was just like, hang on, how come I forgot to meditate? The energy and life and things like that can get a bit full on. So when it's in reverse, it's you're not getting the rest that you need. You must rest. If you do not rest and you try and burn the candle at both ends, as they say, you will wear yourself out and you'll probably end up unwell. I do know a few light workers that have actually been kind of sick in the last week. So, and these are people that have lives that have a lot of things going on in them. So there's a little lesson for you. Take care of your body, nurture your body, listen to its needs. If you're feeling tired and a bit drained, if you can afford to, have a day off. If you can't, then go to bed a few hours early. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to fall asleep and you're going to be sleeping the whole time. It could also mean that you just go in bed and you lie down, don't think, no laptop, no phone, no technology, no nothing. Just relax and be in a very mindful state. Mindfulness is a beautiful thing. When you're in a mindful state, you can actually tune into the guidance that you're getting from your spiritual team as well. So it is a good thing to do, okay? All right. The next one, we have Five of Swords in reverse. So Five of Swords, fives are about change, okay? Just the number 5 is about change. But this is in reverse. And why am I thinking of something else? Sorry, guys, I'm just having a blank for a sec. Let me just check what info I'm getting on this. Okay, yeah. So it's chaos, confusion. And also swords are mental energy. It's like words, thoughts. They're represented by swords and also air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And you've also got ones in here. So that's fire signs, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Okay. But going back to the Five of Swords, it's basically about petty infighting and things like that. So I believe with what's happening at the moment where you're standing your ground, you're asserting yourself, you're knowing your worth, taking a leap of faith, maybe you're not getting enough rest and you really should, but the end of petty infighting, bitchiness, stress, anxiety, just people talking unnecessary crap and just being low vibe and negative and basically. I just have to put a very, very subtle thing there. All right. The last two cards are actually major arcanas. I like them. They're two of my favorite cards. Okay, first one is the Death card. Beautiful kitty right there. Okay. So Death card, it's about transformations. It's about the death of the old, the birth of the new. I pulled a card for my Facebook page today, and it was actually the Death card just from another deck, which is the Patch Tarot deck. So really, it is a time of transformation. A lot of us have been on our spiritual path for quite a while. We've learned a lot. We've leveled up quite a bit. And life has been showing us through experiences and interactions recently how far we have come, how much we've learned, and how we can be benefiting other people. with the knowledge and the experiences that we've had. Okay. And a lot of us have had some pretty rough existences. I wouldn't say rough, but like just, survived a lot of things that many people wouldn't necessarily want to. And we've come out the other end and become 10 times better human beings than, most people that haven't been through those things on a soul level. And not to say anybody's any better than anybody else, but just a thing of we have more depth of character, we have more depth of soul because of the fact that we've been through some heart-wrenching stuff. And it has quite literally molded our heart and soul into a being that does not want to see others suffer from the same things that we've suffered from. That's as simple as that. Caring for another soul enough to not want them to go through the hurt that you've been through, I feel is a very honorable thing. So I feel like a lot of people are going through this transformation at the moment where they were too scared to step out and pursue their spiritual mission or their spiritual work that they're being guided to or inspired to do. But this is, tides are changing. And it's got a slightly creepy vibe, guys. If you can see behind the cat in the corner there's a person. It's like a woman in black robe, and there's a reflection. It's like the old you and the new you. I love that because it's kind of like the old you, the dark, outdated, dusty version of you is standing in the background there, kind of, looking at the new you going, wow, okay, that's an upgrade. Yeah, I really do feel that. It is an upgrade, okay? We're only becoming better than we were before. And that is not a bad thing, my friends. That is not a bad thing at all. But also the hourglass, I'm sorry, the, whatever you call that. The timer, like the hourglass thing. Yes, there's a soap opera, Days of Our Lives. That's the only thing I can relate it to, which is really sad. Okay, so the hourglass, you can see, like, the sand's all down the bottom. Time's run out for us to step up and get on with it. Time has run out for us to pussyfoot around and just be like, little old me, I can't do it. I couldn't tell people how to do things. I can't do that. No. Nobody's going to listen to me. Guess what, my lovelies? The people that are meant to listen to you, the people that are meant to find your work, they will find your work. That was one of the things that I kind of, I guess you could say, tried to hope that my team will not let me down on by saying, look, I do not want to have to deal with trolls, and I don't want to have to deal with people that give me a hard time about crap when I found it hard enough to find the courage in the first place to get myself on here and start this channel. Okay. I have a kooky personality and I'm about as subtle as a sledgehammer half the time because I don't have a filter and I speak from the heart. And that can either crack people up and make them go, that's really nice and refreshing, or they can get quite repulsed by that and be like, what the fuck's wrong with her? What the fuck's wrong with her? People can off. Alright. But aside from that little rant, this is the thing, guys. If you are nervous about stepping out there, if you're nervous about doing what you're being guided to do, and quite literally, like, you feel like every day, every second day, it's like this little nudge, you're being pushed. Come on. You know you need to do this. You know it's part of your soul's plan. If you're having trouble doing that, do what I did. You say, hey, guardian angels, ascended masters, archangels, my entire divine team. You are asking me to do something that requires a lot of courage, that requires a leap of faith on my part. So can I please get some help? Can you please ensure that the people that are meant to come across my spiritual business, whatever it is that you're being guided to do, that the right people come across it and not the wrong people, not the ones that will unnecessarily create crap or tension, to be more articulate about it. Okay, so I totally understand a person being nervous, but I'm feeling that anxious nervousness in my stomach right now, and I hate that feeling. I have not had that for many years. And I no longer believe in fearing anything because I know that everything is perfect in its own, infinite higher consciousness kind of wisdom way. But this higher perspective that I've got right now is something that's only really shifted massively in the last few weeks. And I'm just able to see the higher purpose or the bigger picture in everything. And this is, I feel like the reason why this is coming across is because this is where you guys are at as well. You're going through a stage where you're able to see the higher perspective. You're able to rise above the emotional context of scenarios and detach yourself, which to most people that like drama, that like to get into, oh, did you see the news? Did you see all this chaos and all this destruction? They just don't get it, and they probably never will. But that's not their path. It's your path, and you should be walking on it, standing tall, head high, okay? Because it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You're taking a leap of faith. You're being told to rest. You know, you're detaching from any petty rivalry, drama, chaos, which is a massive transformation in your life, which is either bringing you into union with a soulmate or a twin flame, or it is bringing you into union with your inner masculine and feminine, which I feel like when it's got transformation, you know, and for some people, this could even represent like one relationship is ending and you're meeting the love of your life or your twin flame or your soulmate and coming into union with that person. It really very much, death is ending of something, the beginning of another. So the ending of your single life, the beginning of your journey with your twin. Well and truly could be that. But I'm going to pull some normal tarot clarifiers. And also with this leap of faith, this could be, you know, people that have been guided to start businesses, people that have been guided to change jobs, move countries. A lot of us are being called home to where our souls originated their incarnation journey on this earth. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Whoa. This is a lot of cards. All right. So funny. I have the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Swords in this reading, and I've gotten both of them as clarifiers. So, actually, Michael, here's the 7 of Wands, clarifying the 7 of Wands. So you're just confirming that I'm correct. It's the end of that, yeah? Are these also part of the reading? Is this clarifying that? Wow. Okay. Okay. I just need one more clarifier. Okay. Can I please clarify the 4 of Swords in reverse? What's happening with the 4 of Swords in reverse? Wow. Really? Sorry. All these clarifiers in the right position, facing the right way. I like this reading, guys. I'm an Earth sign as well. I've got a lot of Virgo in my chart. So I used to actually follow Virgo a little bit for a bit there. I had messages that resonated for me. Okay, so we had the 7 of Wands. It's clarified by the 7 of Wands once again. So as I had said, you've got people beneath you that want your position. They want your status. They want whatever it is that you're having, but they haven't earned it. You have. So you must know that. You need to remember that, and you must stand your ground. You must stand firm. And the thing is, it's the same card clarifying. It's kind of like, assert yourself, know your worth. Self-love is another thing that comes to mind, you know, like to truly nurture your body and honor your body. Like if you're having a weird craving and it's something, you know, a little bit healthier than you would normally have, your body's asking for it. Okay, so give your body what it is asking for, my friends, please. Okay, so the next one we had was the Fool. That's been clarified by the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands is about petty infighting, you know, competition, people that want to be, you know, I want to be on top. I want to be better than him. I want to be top dog. I want to be the leader. I want to call the shots around here. So, you know, not releasing that and letting go of having control is very much the Fool, you know, surrendering, taking a leap of faith, detaching from the need to be right, the need to be the boss, the need to be in control. That's awesome, guys. So whether this is you or somebody around you, that's a beautiful thing. And it's, you know, I actually feel like it's you because I feel like you're the one taking the leap of faith. And that's what's allowing you to rise above all the petty quarreling and fighting and crap that's going on around you, which is a fantastic thing. Okay, then we had the 4 of Swords in reverse. So I said that was about rest and recuperation. I'm glad I clarified it because it's got the Page of Wands. So this is a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, messenger. someone that's got a message that is very passionate, very heartfelt, that is very important to them. This is a person that's gone through some interesting experiences that's provided some growth emotionally, mentally, spiritually. They're young and optimistic, but they have been through a bit. As I was saying earlier, a lot of us have been through some lives where, you know, the best part of it is that you're able to use your experiences and the things that you've gone through to help other people not go through the same. Okay. And I feel like it's kind of like it's almost like a reminiscing and thinking about what you have been through, all the things that you've survived. And now you're feeling passionate about that. So it's almost like, whether this is like internally your soul kind of going, hey, look at this, you know, look at how far you've come. Like, give yourself a pat on the back. Or whether this is another person, you know, kind of delivering a message to you that maybe you should be caring for yourself. No, I'm not a fire sign, so I can't say that's me telling you. It's not me being the fire sign telling you that. No, I can't say it is. Okay. Let's move on to the next card. We had the 5 of Swords. That is actually clarified by the 5 of Swords. This is a person that gets off on other people's suffering, okay? And it's in reverse, the main card. So it actually means this kind of unpleasant behavior is coming to an end. But this is also, this could be self-inflicted, yeah? This is the thief of your sanity, the thief of your peace of mind. You know, that maybe it's a time that you're actually getting control of the ego mind, being able to put a rein on it and pull it back. And it's really funny. I actually spoke to a friend. I'm not sure what sign she is, but I spoke to her yesterday, and she's like, you know, having to release attachment to controlling the outcome, controlling how things happen. It takes a bit of growth. It takes a bit of, you know, seeing your own journey unfold and maybe having a few not so perfect moments in it, I guess. And Ascension is not all fun and games. I'm sure we all know that by now. But I feel like when the main card is in reverse, it's kind of that kind of energy is coming to an end. So it's a really good thing. Like when unpleasant energy cards are in reverse, it's, you know, it's not having that result. It's being resolved. It's being eliminated. It's being reduced, however you want to think of it. And that's my interpretation anyway. Okay, and the beautiful Death card is clarified by one of the best cards in the deck, the Ace of Pentacles. So Death card is the death of the old, beginning of the new. This, to me, is something that is starting now because something else has finished. Something has exited your life, so you're able to pursue this. This is something in the physical world, whether this is a business or a joint, like a collaboration of, you know, spiritual minds, even non-spiritual minds. It could just be like a business partnership. It could be collaboration, but I feel like this is very much to do with your life path and your soul mission and things like that. This is spiritual business. You know, you're being guided. You're having the little ideas pop into your head regularly, and it's almost like your team kind of giving you a little gentle nudge. But I believe that this Death card, this transformation, it's kind of the switch flicking and you transitioning to a stage of, okay, yeah, it was an idea, now we can put it into action. Okay. And it's Ace of Pentacles. It is something that is going to prove to be a wise investment or a wise decision or wise course of action in the long term. It definitely will be financially and physical world-wise fruitful and beneficial to you. It will definitely have returns, whatever this transformation is. And I feel like it could even be a complete career change. Yeah, career change, relocation. Relocating to start a new business in an area where that whatever service or goods that you provide might have more demand. It's totally understandable. I'm feeling like, okay, simple example. I'm in Australia. I'm not aware of much of the spiritual community. I've actually met one person in Sydney, like in person, that's actually part of it. And whatever I have seen of it, I don't necessarily see it as like something that I would be okay with. Like, I'm self-conscious and awkward at the best of times, and it's something I'm working on right now. But I'm very anti anything that I feel like is cliquey or, you know, like cool kids kind of vibe. So that's my own little hang up. However, for me to be able to sort of, why am I even saying this, Archangel Michael? Why am I explaining this scenario? Okay. So for me, I'm being drawn to the States. I'm being drawn to the States big time. And I feel like I know for a fact I've had one particular life as a pilgrim that was a very, very happy life. And I was with a soulmate, and it was a beautiful life. I've met that soulmate in this life, all good. However, for me, I think I've had many, many lives in the States. And so I'm being drawn back there. So for me, right now, I have clients for my readings, and they're all in the States. I have maybe 2 actual clients in Australia, and the rest are in the States. So for me, it's kind of like, oof, okay, if I was to have that, leave this country, go over there, it would be a wise investment and the beginning of something very fruitful. Yes, it would. Okay, so that's an example of what's going on with me. Like for a few months now, everything's drawing me back to the States. I saw a video from Spirit Science, and they had a promotion where if you buy the patch tarot cards, you go into a draw to win a trip to Rhythmia in April. And Rhythmia is where they do ayahuasca ceremonies and things like that. It's real awesome stuff for the soul, okay? And I am very eager to get there. So I purchased these cards. And everything is sort of taking me. Okay, that's Puerto Rico. Rhythmia is in Puerto Rico. However, a lot of things are attracting me to the States. Want to go to Mount Shasta, want to go to Sedona. The first cities of light in this world are going to be, on the surface anyway, are going to be in those locations because they're really high vibe vortex points. It's like the chakras of the earth, people. You can't get any more high vibe than that. So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're being guided to make a huge change that's a complete 180-degree turn from what you've been doing, and if it has been guided, and you'll know what I mean by guided, if it is guided, okay? You can't get it wrong if it's not. You'll know it. Your intuition will tell you so. So if that is the case, and you have any concerns or any doubts, whatever it is, you're on to a winner. And I believe this represents November. So by November, you might really start seeing some positive signs, or even some reassuring signs that things are going in the right direction, that things are going to manifest the way you'd hoped, and the way this card kind of implies. That's one big gold coin that's being gifted to you from a cloud, a hand in a cloud, which to me is like the universe or God force, being gifted by the universe to you. Okay, so the last card that we have is Lovers. So as I had said, this could be a union with another. Well, I believe this would be a reunion, because when you've got the 5 of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold. This union is stopping you from feeling left out in the cold. It is a return of a twin flame or a soulmate or a partner. People have gone through separations. People have gone through, little breaks, because everyone's going through their own process right now. Life is intense, not just energetically, but in every other context of the word. So I do believe that it could be a bit rough for some, but this return of whoever this is it's somebody that made you feel left out in the cold. So you're no longer feeling left out in the cold. Maybe this is a person that walked away from you, and they're returning to your life and like going, oh my God, I realized that, I didn't see your worth, and I didn't realize, what our connection was. I know a lot of twin flame unions are definitely forecast at the moment. So 2019 will be massive unions. I know that. I can feel that myself. Okay, Virgo, we have 2 of the lovely Heart and Soul Oracle cards this week for you. So the first one, right there, it says, you are currently too close to see things clearly. Detach a little and you'll start to see things from a higher perspective. By emotionally detaching from this situation, a simple solution also becomes clear. Okay, so that's the first one. And the second one, which I was trying to fan myself with and threw it accidentally. Do not discount your imagination, for it has great power. Amazing things will unfold for you if you pay attention to your imagination. Respect and honor it, for just below the surface of this seemingly real world, there exists a dreamlike world full of imagination. What you imagine is not fiction. Very often, it can be the beginning of a wonderful new creation. the beginning of a wonderful new creation. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I think that might sum it up. So I feel like this might have been messages for two different groups in the collective out there. Just check in with Archangel Michel. Anything else? No other cards? Beautiful. So, half an hour weekly read. I like this. I'm going to have to try and continue this lovely trend. So thank you, my lovely Virgos. I really hope you found some messages that resonated. I have a page on Facebook if you are interested in readings, or I do have a website which is listed below in the description box. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe if you wish to, and I will see you guys again next week.